Alright guys, I'm back with my rod and reel reviews. I'm holding a Penn 310 GTI, and it is on a Shimano Tejera 7-foot rod. Okay, uh, this is primarily a rod that I use on when I'm fishing on a boat. Don't carry it on the kayak. It's really light. You could carry it on a kayak. It would be an excellent choice for combination for a kayaker. Line capacity, I don't know how much the 310 holds. It's substantial. I mean, especially if you use braid, it's a pretty good little reel. A couple nice features. It is a level line, so it does have a pull and guide system. You don't have to worry about guiding the line on as you retrieve. It does have the clicker indicator for, or the strike indicator, as I call it, right there on the side. It has a free spool and engagement, and it also has an anti-reverse option right there, which, you know, a lot of spinning reels will have that feature. It's fairly compact in size, comparable to the Yvette MXL. I don't know line capacity. You guys can look that up online. Because it is a graphite frame, it is really lightweight, but it does have some quite a bit of bulkiness built into the handle system. And the drag is not a lever style, it's an adjustable drag system there with the handle. It is castable. That little, this little deal right in here, my thumb's so big I can't hardly point at it, but you can adjust your cast drag setting for casting lighter or bigger lures. I primarily use this combination for rigs. Fishing on bottom. You know, I don't do a lot of trolling with it because it doesn't have quite the line capacity that some of the bigger rods and reels that we use have. But it is capable. You could troll with it if you wanted to. I've never had it spooled or anything like that. It's got 50-pound big game, which, as far as fishing line, you know, if you're on a budget, it's hard to beat big game, tri-lean big game. It's a real affordable line. I prefer moss green. I'm assuming that this combo is so old that I'm assuming that I put white big game on it because I got a deal on it. I probably paid next to nothing when I put it on this. The rod, the Shimano Tejera, I believe they still make this rod. I think it's a different color nowadays. This is the TJ70H model, 7-foot. There you can see the line weight, 20 to 40 pounds. Like I said, I've got 50-pound big game on it, and it works fine. I will say my dad left this thing leaning in a corner, and you can see it has some memory to it. So that's not the fishing line doing that. It actually has formed itself to that position. So what I'll do is I'll stand it up the opposite direction and kind of straighten it out over time. Let it sit for a few weeks. I don't know what this rod is made out of. I don't think that it has composite or fiberglass in it. I've never seen a fiberglass or composite rod do that. I think it's kind of the old school with the wood core in it. Going back to the eyes are not coated, and for the most part they're not bad. This is an old combination, but I'll show y'all another one that's similar later that kind of point out a few differences in the quality. I mean, Shimano makes good things, but like I say, sometimes cheap equipment is good too, and sometimes the expensive stuff is not. This rod I'm not too pleased with. Uh, the eyes have, some of the color is actually bled out around the blue where the eyes wrapped, and there you might be able to see that. My camera's not all that great, but some of the actual epoxy is starting to flake up around where the eyes have been tied and coated. Also, the uncoated eyes have started. There's you can kind of see the flake there a little bit. But the eyes, you can see the corrosion on that eye where I've cleaned it, and the chrome has actually come off from the cleaning process with the oxidation that had built up on it over time. So that's why I kind of like the coated eyes, like you'll find on a lot of rods, even like that cheap blackfin rod I reviewed had coated eyes, and so I'm not a big fan of chrome because it's really pretty and everything, but if you don't maintain it properly, it'll kind of go to pot on you. But this is definitely a combo somebody could consider. I think the rod MSRP is about $100, and you can find these as 310s for I don't know $120. So $250 by the time you put line on it. You're in business with a pretty solid combo. So I like it. I'm just not a fan of the rod.